New Zealand's Parliament will take a historic vote on whether to lower the voting age from 18 to 16. The Supreme Court ruled in favour of the appeal, finding it to be discriminatory, but opponents say the line must be drawn somewhere.
A win for young Kiwis enthusiastic about politics. New Zealand Supreme Court ruling the current voting age of 18 was inconsistent with the Bill of Rights.
The Supreme Court has said that a voting age of 18 is directly in conflict with our Bill of Rights Act, which means that not lowering the voting age is a human rights violation.
There were celebrations and selfies outside the court. Youth-led group Make It 16 have been campaigning for 3 years to have the voting age lowered.
Issues like climate change, education, COVID-19 all impact 16 and 17-year-olds especially.
Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern says she's in favour of the decision.
I personally support a decrease in the voting age, but it is not a matter simply for me or even the government. Any change in electoral law of this nature requires 75% of parliamentarian support.
The Greens Party also in favour for representation for all taxpayers.
What you can do is work and pay tax. You can drive a car, you can leave school.
But opposition leader Christopher Luxon says he won't support the shift.
Ultimately, you've got to draw a line somewhere. We're comfortable with the line being 18.
Voting in New Zealand isn't compulsory. It's viewed as a civic right, not a civic duty. In the last general election in 2020, around 80% of voters took to the polls out of a total population of just over 5 million.
Kids these days are getting more progressive, and it would be a good idea to have a younger voting age. I think everyone should be able to vote.
But when I was 16, I didn't have enough knowledge to make a decent decision, no.
And I think at that age they don't really have life experience enough to be making those decisions.
You know, getting younger people more involved in politics is great, because it seems like, you know, the voter turnout always seems to be a, much older demographic.
If successful, New Zealand will join a handful of countries around the world where the voting age is 16, including Scotland, Wales, Argentina, Brazil, Malta and Austria.
For me, it's alignment around some of the responsibilities and rights that are already apportioned at these different ages. But look, I accept different politicians will have different views.
The issue will be presented to Parliament for a vote, but with several parties already indicating their opposition, it's unlikely to reach the 75% needed to pass. Jessica Maggio, Sky News, Wellington.